my concentration is better, my memory is better. I'm more comfortable in my seat, which I think is life's goal. Meditation has been a great help to me in so many ways. It basically is the core of my existence. You know, that freedom that you get from meditation is the kind of consciousness you want to operate from. Be awake during the day. And I don't want the noise to separate me from whatever greatness is in here. You know, I want to be able to operate from that space. Be awake while you work, you know, and you want to have your head on straight. And meditation is the basis from which you can really attract things, but also when you're awake, something's there, you just go get it. If you have noise in your head, you can't go get it. So you want to be awake. You want to be able to get what you imagine. Imagination is good for you. You imagine something, and you calmly go out and get it. You know, and meditation gives you that. You know, it's almost like magic. You know, when you are awake, things become easier. We want, from a practical standpoint, you know, you just want to be awake. You know, and you want to be able to operate from that awakened state. And meditation gives you that.
I brought the Transcendental Meditations into Harpo Studios to teach me and my team how to meditate. So we started meditating. 7 of us. 7 led to 70, led to 270, led to now everybody in the company meditates. 9 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the afternoon, no matter what's going on, we stop, we meditate. And that way of being still with ourselves, coming back to the center, and recognizing that something is more important than you, it's more important than the work you're doing, it's more important, brings a kind of energy and an intensity of energy, an intention that we've never had before. And you can't imagine what's happened in the company. People who used to have migraines don't, people are sleeping better, people have better relationships, people interact with other people better. It's been fantastic. So the one thing I want to continue to do is to center myself every day and make that a practice for myself, because I am 1,000% better when I do that. 1,000% better when I take myself back to something bigger than myself.
I've been meditating, doing TM for about a year now. It is the only time I have that stillness.
Years ago, when I was doing Andy Kaufman, I learned how to meditate, and it's been very valuable. It's been around for a while, but I mean, I think on a widespread level, it's being picked up by everybody now. It's being understood as something more than some kind of religious, nutty thing. It's a system of teaching yourself how to get into a state of relaxation that affects your entire life and the quality of your life. And I do it. I've done it for a while, and I recommend it highly.
My life is so crazy. It really is. It's extreme. I live in this 1 percentile, like, extreme, you know, I'm zigzagging all over the world. I'm on a plane more than I am on ground. And this tool helps me find moments of peace because I don't have a whole lot of time that extend my day so I can live like my fullest capacity. Like, it gives me 2 days in 1 day. It just gives me this power, you know? And I do it before I write a song sometimes, definitely before I get on stage. And it's just such an incredible, useful, simple tool that has made such an impact on me, and that's why I'm sitting here with you.
Can I tell you some of the benefits for me?
Yeah,
like,
please.
I have some anxiety sometimes, and like, it has helped curb my anxiety so much.
Really?
Oh my gosh. And then also, it's just like, I travel around the world, and I'm in London one day, and then I'm in Australia the next.
Yeah.
And it's not natural.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's not natural. It's not natural for the body. And TM helps me with jet lag so much. So if you're an avid traveler, or you're not getting enough sleep, even like if you're not getting enough sleep because you're raising 3 children,
Yeah.
you know, it's an amazing way. Like 20 minutes feels like 2 hours of real deep rest.
He taught me meditation.
Get out.
Yeah, so I be doing.
Get out. You meditate?
It helps me because it puts me in a conscious space.
But I meditate. I was introduced to meditation about 15 years ago, and I meditate twice a day. And if I ever feel close to knowing what God is, it's somewhere in the boundary of that half-hour period. twice a day when I meditate. I think the basic idea of the meditation I do is to quieten the mind, to just let all that instrument calm down. And I sometimes have experiences where I feel a little out of body, a little time. Ideas of Hugh Jackman as a father, as an actor, all those roles we play just seem to melt away. And somewhere in there is where I have some glimmer, some glimpse at what God is. And it's a feeling. And it's blissful. And it can go like that, and every minute you try and grab onto it, it's gone. We're householders, right? You're a householder, I'm a householder. We're not people who are born to sit up on the top of a mountain and meditate. Some are, and they're incredibly powerful what they do. But you and I, basically, we have a job and we earn money to look after a family or whatever. We give to society in whichever way we can and contribute. But twice a day, even as a householder, twice a day for half an hour, I can dip into what I call that gold, that the substance of what is God, and just bathe in it. It's a different experience every time, but I get glimpses of something that energizes me on such a deep level that I'm not sure exactly what I'd do without that form of prayer. It's a way to be in touch with who I really am.
What has happened, I think, as a result of transcendental meditation, certainly it's run concurrently with it, is a sense that I have now an ability I've cultivated an ability to step back from the phenomena of my life, from the mechanics of my feelings, and go, right, do I really want to lose my temper in this situation, or do I really want to act on that desire, or do I really want to act on that fear? And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't have the freedom, I still do. But increasingly, I've noticed that the hypnotic power of the material world has decreased. Some of that may be because I've been doing the same thing for a long time. When I wanted to be famous, I wasn't famous yet. So for me, it could have been a solution. It could have been an epiphany. It could have been enlightenment, a revolution, a transition. But certainly, since practicing regular meditation, the way I see myself, the way I see the world, and what I want for myself has changed. It's interesting, isn't it, that the vast majority of our anatomical functions occur without cognizance, without instruction. We are sitting on this, when people go, what's going on behind the scenes? Are there Illuminati? What's happening? Perhaps because our whole body is run without our permission. Our kidneys, our gastric system, our cells are healing and reproducing without any knowledge of it. So there are obviously different forms of consciousness. There are different forms of being, even within myself or anyone as an individual. Meditation, I think, has given me a new aspect, a new facet through which to access that. So I always have to be mindful of pointing out that it's not like, oh yeah, I used to be like a crazy drug addict and a womanizer, and now I'm just basically sat around with a blanket wrapped around me, looking at a cool, calm lake and thinking George Harrison lyrics. I'm not. I'm still I have it in me. I've got desire in me. I've got fear in me. I've got lust. I'm full of human, flesh-based stuff. But what's happened is a neglected aspect of me has been awoken and cultivated through this meditative practice.
I learned, and it was exactly what I needed. And the thing that blew me away the most about it was that it was the easiest thing that I'd ever done. Not the easiest meditation, but the easiest thing I have ever learned. I learn a lot of things. That's my job. I go out there and I learn it. I'll spend months learning something. And this took me an hour the first time. And it's also what you get out of it. The fact that it's so simple to learn, it's so simple to practice, and yet you get the amount of restoration that comes to you, the benefit across your life. It has changed everything.